macros. Okay, something which is called as macros. How many of you have heard that macros is something very, very difficult? How many of you have heard it in your life that guys, macros, like, very difficult. I can't do it. It takes 60 to 70 hours to learn macros, etc. etc. Very difficult, very difficult. I have heard it. Me, very tricky. It's very complicated. I've tried it, very complicated. Not heard of macros yet. First time I am hearing very difficult. Okay, so I see so many such sort of responses. Very difficult. I've never heard of it. Even if I've heard, even if tried, I always fail in it, and get so many wrong sort of responses. What if? Okay, what if in today's session, okay, right now, I teach you the process of implementing macros, okay, or the parallel, for Google Sheets as well. Macros for Microsoft Excel and Google Sheet for and App Sheet for Google Sheet. If I teach it to you right now, do you think it will be very amazing? And like, is there anyone who doesn't trust me ki kuch bhi bol raha hai, like, he's saying anything? How can he teach me macros in just a few minutes when it takes 60, 70 hours to learn macros? Will that be awesome? Will that be awesome? In you we trust. Oh wow. Okay. Why not? Okay. All right. Let me see what I can do about you. For the trust that you have shown to me, guys, let me see what I can do about it. But by the way, tell me, if you have to send out customized bulk emails to, let's say, 100 people, how much time will it take? How much time will it take for you to send out customized bulk email to hundreds of people? Very tedious, right? Very tedious. And you can have other ways via which you can implement macros too. Okay, macros can be used for any sort of automation. Okay, any sort of automation you want to do, you can use macros for it. All right, clear? Any sort of automation, if you want to send out customized bulk email, or if you want to do any sort of operation. Okay, if you want to do any sort of automated operation via bulk operation, you can use macros for it, and macros will help you in automating task. Okay, in automating task, let me show you one way via which you can use macros. Okay, let's say let's say you have this Google Sheet. Okay, simply go to the Notion page link. Once again, I'm sharing the Notion page link once again with you guys. Once you go over here, go to this particular link under ChatGPT plus macros, click on this dataset link. Okay, click on this dataset link. I'm just making a copy of this file because so many of you are entering this file right now. As I can see on my screen, there are so many people who are trying to enter the file right now. You might be facing some issue as well, that the file has been disabled, etc. It will work because so many of you are entering it right now together. It might be creating some difficulty. Okay, now what do you need to do? Firstly, I have made a copy for myself, as you can see over here. What you also need to do, I have not given editing permission to anyone in this particular file. What you need to do, click on file, click on make a copy. Okay, step number 1, click over here. Step number 2, click on file. Step number 3, make a copy. Okay, clear so far? Guys, are you all clear so far? Yes, clear? Can you repeat? Okay, what I've done, I've gone to this Notion page, sharing the Notion page link once again. Once you go to the Notion page, click on this data set. Okay, once you click on this data set, click on file, click on make a copy. Make a copy might have been disabled for you because a lot of you are trying it right now. Try after a few minutes and it will work for you. Sounds good? Sounds good? Clear? Yes? Okay, perfect. Once you have made a copy, you will have a file like this. Over here, everything will work. Okay. Now, let's say I give you a task. I give you a macros task that, what you need to do. Let's say you want to enter a blank row. Let's say you want to enter a blank row below each row of this Google Sheet. Okay. Let's say you have to enter a blank row below every row of this Google Sheet. This Google Sheet has about 106 rows. And what will I need to do in order to create a blank row below every row of the Google Sheet? If the boss tells me to do this, what will you need to do? Tell me, what will you need to do? Right click and click on this. Right click, or control plus sign as well. You can do that as well. Okay, you can do control plus this as well. Okay, and you can basically right click and do this as well. Right click, insert a blank row, right click, insert a blank row, or you can repeat by F4 as well. There are many ways via which you can do it, but how much time will it take you? Do you do you think how much time will it take you for 107 rows? For 107 rows, what do you think? How much time will it take you? If you do it via the via the F4 method, or the right click method, or the control plus sign method, how much time will it take you for 107 rows? 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, I see around 10 minutes to 1 hour, in between 10 minutes to 1 hour, you'll be taking. Okay. What if I tell you that we can do it in a matter of seconds? Or what? Let me ask this also first. Let's say instead of 107 rows, if there was 1000 rows, let's say if there were 1000 rows, how much time will it take? It will take you hours, right? It will take you a lot of hours in order to pull this off. Now, but if you want to do this in a matter of seconds, okay, if you have to do it in a matter of seconds, how do you go about doing that? I want to cover it right now. And right now, only if I get enough energy in the chat box. I want each and every participant present in the meeting to show me a lot of energy in the chat box, and then only I'll show you this particular method. Each and everyone, come on, guys. Yes, yes, boom. All right, all right, perfect, perfect, perfect. If you want to do this, then what do you need to do? You need to use macros. The parallel macros, as macros is for Microsoft Office. Okay, as macros is for Microsoft Office, there is an thing called app script. Okay, app script is the same for Google Sheet. Okay, as macros is for Microsoft Office, app sheet is for Google Sheets. Clear with me so far? Clear? Clear? Okay, perfect. Now, what I'll do, I'll simply go to our favorite tool once again. I'll go to Chat GPT, and then I'll go to our Notion page. I have created a prompt already for you guys. Okay, I have created a prompt already for you guys. You simply need to copy this and paste it. I have a Google Sheet containing data points in about 100 rows. I want to add a blank row below every row of the data set. Provide me an app script code for the same. Okay, I'll enter this particular question, and I will see the answer right there on my screen. So I have a data set. Okay, I have a data set which basically I have a data set, and now Chat GPT is replying to me with a code, and it is telling me the exact method I should be following, exact steps I should be following for the same as well. What I did, I went over here, I copied the prompt, I asked the prompt to Chat GPT, and Chat GPT replied to me with the code along with the process for the code as well. Okay, how to implement the code. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll simply copy the code and follow this particular process. Okay, I have the code ready over here. I'll copy the code. I'll go to the Google Sheet. I'll follow the process. The first step was go to extensions, then go to app script. Go to extensions, then go to app script. Once I go to app script, over here, let me ask this question. Let me paste this. Okay. What I did, I went to app script. I pasted the code over here. Once I pasted the code over here, I will simply click on save project. Okay. Once I click on save project, I'll click on run. Guys, are you all ready for some magic? Yes? I'll click on run. Once I click on run, guys, it'll ask me for some permission. Let me give this permission to let me give this permission to the tool. I'll allow this. Since it's a tool by Google Sheet itself, it won't create any sort of difference as such. Now, guys, see my hands are over here. Okay, you can see what is the magic that is going to be happening. My hands are right over here in front of you guys. Okay, as you can see in the video. Let's wait for a couple of seconds and see some magic happening. Okay, let's wait for a couple of seconds and let's see some magic happening. Guys, boom! Boom! You can see what is happening on the screen. As I promised to you guys, okay, as I promised to you guys, that it will create blank rows in a matter of seconds on its own using automation. Using automation, it has done this. Sir, please, can you please do it for macros, Microsoft Excel as well? Okay. If you want to do it for Microsoft Excel, what you need to do? Simply go to ChatGPT and modify the prompt. Modify the prompt. Instead of a Google Sheet, type, I have a Microsoft Excel sheet. Microsoft Excel sheet containing data points in about 100 rows. I want to add a blank row below every row of the data set. Provide me, instead of macro app script, what will you write? Instead of app script, what will you write, guys? Macros, absolutely. Okay, provide me a macros code for the same. And now ChatGPT will again do this. It will give you the code. It will give you the VBA code that you have to implement. It will tell you the steps as well. It is telling you, open your Excel file, click on Alt plus F11, go to VBA editor, go to insert, go to module, copy paste the VBA code, close the VBA editor, press on Alt plus F8, select insert blank rows and click on run. Once you do all of this, you will be able to do the same task in Excel as well. This is how good AI is, how good ChatGPT is. It can help you run these sort of macros tasks in a matter of seconds. How many of you are completely mind blown by this macros feature that we have learned in a matter of seconds, which people, like, people who are not attending this workshop, who are not giving time today in attending this workshop and learning these things, they will take at least 50 to 60 hours just in order to learn macros. And most of them won't be able to implement it because they will be making so much amount of errors. Okay, because you are giving the time, you are investing your time, money, energy into learning all of this. You are becoming the 10x version of yourself who can become better at your office, impress your bosses, get the next promotion, earn much more. Guys, I'm telling you, people who know macros, okay, versus people who don't know macros, there is a stark difference in their salaries. Companies are ready to pay much higher for people who know the skill of macros. And right now, I've taught you the skill of macros. Are you all mind blown by it? Are you all completely mind blown by the skill of macros? Yes? MB, 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 absolutely. Thank you so much. Amazing. Superb, superb, superb.
Okay, okay. So now who thinks like you are now, right now 10x at macros as well? Who thinks now you are 10x at macros as well? Me, 10x, 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 10x. Right. So what do you think like productivity boost after this session? What kind of productivity boost you got after this session?